Hello everyone, my name is Arpita Singhal. I am born and brought up in Saharanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I was a stubborn kid. From a young age, if I wanted something, I wanted no matter what. I believe in getting what I wanted without ever thinking twice about the consequences. But as life moved forward, reality hit hard, and I realized that life doesn't always give you what you want. Sometimes you have to fight for it, and sometimes you have to let it go. The incidences that shaped me, some were difficult, others surprisingly uplifting, taught me invaluable lessons. With every setback, there was something to learn, and slowly but surely, these experiences began to shape me into who I am today. I was never the brightest student, just the average one, trying to find my way. When I chose commerce with maths in 11th grade, I thought I had it all figured out, but then pandemic came. The pandemic was hard for everyone, but for me, it kind of brought depression to me, challenges, and a feeling of uncertainty. During that time, I learned the harsh truth: life doesn't wait for you, it doesn't give you everything that you want. I realized that the world is not a place that will hand you success on a silver platter. It forces you to grow, to fight, to adapt. The tough times made me question everything, but in the end, they always gave me the strength to push forward. As I began to look ahead, the next big challenge was college. I knew I wanted to go to college to experience more, to grow even further, but there was a big hurdle. My parents didn't agree. They want me to do CA and sitting at home. It felt like an impossible situation at that time, but I didn't give up. I knew deep down I wanted to go college anyhow. I pushed, I convinced them, and finally they agreed. But the twist is, I wanted to go to in Delhi University, but that didn't happen. So finally, I ended up at the University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Dehradun, pursuing a BCom honors degree. But little did I know, my really journey was just about to begin. Everyone always told me as soon as you step into the college, it's all about superficial friendships, just names, nothing real. But to my surprise, it was the complete opposite. That's what I met people who I never thought I would find, people who became my real friends, people who supported me, who cared for me, and who stood by me in ways I couldn't have expected. The best friendships don't come when you expect them, they come when you least expected them, and that happened to me. And those friends, they were the reason I survived my undergrad. They became my family in a place where I felt alone, and for that, I'll forever be grateful. So, after completing my undergrad, I decided to pursue a PGDM from Jaipur Institute of Management, Noida. Coming here was a game changer for me. I had been so used to the comfort of family and friends back home, but moving to a new place and starting fresh was not easy. At first, I struggled. I didn't know how to deal with the competition, the intense pressure, and sometimes even the toxic environment. But slowly, I began to cope. I learned how to navigate through challenges, to deal how to deal with the difficult people, not and to not let the negativity bring me down. I realized that each hurdle, each challenge was pursuing something great, and it was pushing me to become a better version of myself. And so, through all the ups and downs, I've learned one crucial thing: everything you go through, it just shapes you into the person you are meant to be. The struggles, the setbacks, and even the moments of doubt, all of it is a part of process, nothing else. So yeah, today as I reflect on everything that has happened in my life, I can honestly say I am happy, I am proud of how far I've come, and I'm grateful for the people who walked this journey with me. Life isn't easy, but it's worth it. And no matter where I go from here, I know one thing for sure: everything that happened for a reason. Maybe it doesn't make any sense to me right now, but it will make sense someday. So it made me who I am today, and for that I will always be thankful. So, and last, I would like to say, keep going and keep growing. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Arpita Singhal and I'm from the Indian Institute of Management. So, ma'am, I would like to ask you some questions about the publications. So, can you tell me the main focus of your publications? Like, what is the main focus of the about? Yeah.
Good afternoon. So the publication house that I work with is called Vitasta Publishing, New Delhi-based publishing house, and we majorly focus on non-fiction books more than fiction. So we have political books, we have books on gender, we have books on mythology, we have coffee table books, we have children's books also, and we have a major section of Hindi publications also, as you can see. So from ranging from politics, gender, biographies, memoirs to our Hindi collection, and you can see the coffee table books that we have. And over here we have our kids books for children as well. So that is what the main focus of our publishing is.
So, how you decide like which books you should publish? Like,
Okay, so there are many criteria to decide. First of all, if it's relevant to the market today, if it is relevant for the readers today, that is the number one criteria. I think author's background also matters, what the author's background is, and because at the end of the day, the goal is for us to not only publish the book but also in a way to sell it also, so that it reaches a wider audience. So for that purpose, we have to take these 2 points in mind before we decide to publish it.
and what current trends do you see in the publishing industry? So you can decide accordingly which book to publish or which book not at what time or not.
Yeah, so basically people gravitate more towards self-help. I think that is something that will always be there. Spiritual books, people are inclining towards that also. I think in kids section, the boom is there. Parents are focusing more on their education and more on their cultivating a reading habit in them. So that is why we are planning on focusing more on kids section.
And do you also publish your ebooks or audiobooks as well?
Yes. So basically, once we publish the paperback format, after some time we publish the ebook format, the Kindle version. Audiobooks, we are in the middle of it, but right now we are not focusing on audiobooks. We just have paperback and Kindle version.
So how has digital publishing affected the way you work?
I don't think so it has affected the way we work because demand for physical books is still there. And ebooks is also there. I think there's like a niche audience, those who prefer physical books and those who prefer ebooks. So we try to cater to them.
So what advice would you give to the reader that can inculcate?
Okay, so for a new writer, I would say that I think read more books, so that will improve your writing. You will understand what people want to actually want to read in a book, and write as much as you can, and don't think too much because obviously the first draft is always messy, and obviously it's our job to refine it, to edit it properly. And for a reader, I would just say that pick up a book and try, because if you will think too much, what should I read, what should I not read, then you will never cultivate a habit. So go for easy ones, don't go for books that are very popular or very heavy. Just go for simple books that you like, even if it's fiction, like Chetan Bhagat. I think he cultivated the reading habit in India. So go for that. Don't follow just the trend that is happening, and then you can find your own.
Do you offer any book posting giveaway? What are your suggestions to them?
Okay, so from my personal, from this publishing house, I would suggest that we have One Life, One Chance over there. That's a self-help book written by Prakash Rohera. He is it's in corporate world, and I think that book would be the perfect choice if I were to recommend. And for kids, I would recommend Avi and Priya, Mani Villa. I mean, these are all books that have knowledge also. So it's not just fiction stories for kids. Mani Villa talks about financial knowledge. Aviya in Priya, it's a robot teaching a kid about pollution, national anthem, manners, etiquettes. So these are all the books that I read for myself.
So you are in which kind of books? Like you read which kind of books?
I read both. I read fiction as well as I read non-fiction. So it kind of depends on what mood I am.
So through which channels do you sell your books? Online or offline?
Yeah, we have like online channels, Amazon, Flipkart, and others, and we have pan-India distribution also, and in bookstores also we have. So that's the case.
So how can authors or readers stay connected with your publication?
I think through social media they can stay connected. We post regularly about the books that we have over there. Through newsletters, if they can subscribe to our newsletters, we do like email them monthly releases. Every month we try to release 6 to 7 books. It's a mix of genre, so fiction, non-fiction, kids, everything. So through that also they can get connected.
So last question. What are the upcoming books that you are going to publish?
Okay, so upcoming, we have actually new titles here that we released at the book fair. So one was the Coffee Movie story, The Coffee Table. Other we have spiritual books. We have fiction also, and some kids books also. So it's like a mixture of all.
So can I get your Instagram handle?
Yeah, so it's Vitasta Publishing.
ये सब कैसे बनाते हो, मतलब क्या यूज करते हो, मतलब नॉर्मल कलर्स यूज करते हो कि कैसे करते हो?
ऑयल मिक्स करते हैं, एक्रेलिक कलर है,
अच्छा,
ऑयल मिक्स करके
सब हाथ से बनी हुई है।
हाथ से।
बहुत सुंदर है, बहुत सुंदर है, पहली बार देख रही हूँ। ये कैसे बना रखी है? ये आपने पंख पे बना रखी है?
इधर लगाए देना आपने अपना स्टॉल? अच्छा, और अब कहाँ जाओगे आप? अपने घर जाओगे आप? अच्छा, कैसा लगा आपको दिल्ली?
बहुत अच्छा,
बहुत अच्छा लगा। अच्छा सेल हुआ आपका?
बहुत अच्छा,
इधर के लोग आपको पसंद आए?
बहुत पसंद।
अम्मा एक बार हाय कर दो। ये सब किन उससे बना हुआ है? अच्छा, बहुत ही सॉफ्ट कपड़ा है ये।
মকরাই নম নম হর হর মহাদেব কি বুড়া বাবা কি মা পার্বতী কি
sharing my experiences attending two very different yet quality amazing events, the book fair and the Adi Mahotsav. The book fair was a paradise for book lovers. It was well organized, filled with literature enthusiasts, and had a structured layout with different publishers and showcasing their latest collections. People there were mostly readers, authors, and professionals deeply engaged in discussions about the literature, knowledge, and ideas. It had a quite intellectual vibe where every stall felt like a gateway to a new world of wisdom. On the other hand, if we talk about the Adi Mahotsav, it had a completely different energy. It was vibrant, colorful, and rooted in tradition. Unlike the disciplined and structured environment of the book fair, Adi Mahotsav had a more informal, free-flowing atmosphere. It celebrated tribal culture with stalls showcasing the clothing and the indigenous food. The crowd was diverse, filled with artisans, artists, and people looking to experience the richness of the tribal heritage. So it was a good experience at both of the places, and the most happening experience that I experienced during Adi Mahotsav when I said to that female that Amma please hi kar do, and she literally did it and वो बहुत खुश हुई. So it was a really nice experience to me.